Hello team!
Welcome to this new playlist, which is all dedicated to food. What are you cooking today?
I am making a lemon zest summer berry fruit no-bake cheesecake.
That's a long title.
Ah, and I've already melted my butter.
No,
so turn your camera around.
No banoffee pie then?
Turn it round. So I've melted my butter, very good quality butter, 80 grams of it. In here, I have 200 grams of digestive biscuits. You know what I'm going to do. We've seen it enough. We know what happens with this. You know what I don't like is when people do something like this, when they're doing like a cooking film, and they say, this is really good to take all your aggression out. I don't agree. I think it's really bad to take your aggression out on food. I think you should be thinking, I'm thinking of my teenagers who are just going to go, oh, Mum, cheesecake, because I haven't made it for ages. I'm thinking of my husband, Mark. Say hello, Mark.
Hello, everyone.
And how I'm going to have to keep him from eating the whole thing. I'm thinking, oh, it might be nice because my mum and dad live next door. It might be nice if mum and dad come over for a bit of cheesecake and a cup of tea later. And then I'm putting love into my food.
There's a little bit of you thinking, oh, he's such an annoying bastard, Mark.
No.
So that needs to be very even, yeah?
I would have used this because it does it in 2 seconds, but I've lost my bloody middle thing. So I'm going back to the old-fashioned ways. Everything is being done by hand.
So is it really important that it's fine?
Well, it's just that it might break up a bit if it's not fine enough. You might get a bit of a crumbly base all falling to pieces and you don't want that. So I'm going to add that to my melted butter subs. And it goes.
Oh, there's something about biscuit crumbs and butter that's just evil.
That's the thing about cooking. It's mixing things. If you think about when you were a kid and whether you were out in the sandpit or you were baking clay or mucking about, is that it? Just you lose yourself in it. That's why I love cooking. So whenever you say to me, "Oh God, how can you be bothered?" This to me is so smoothing. The smell of that butter and the smell of the biscuits mixing together. I take pleasure from it, but you don't have to take pleasure from it. So 23 centimetre spring form tin, buttered. Why do you think we need spring form, Mark?
Because it's going to expand and you need to open it.
Yes.
Get it off.
Well, it's not going to expand, but you don't want to be... Because you can just pop that open, it's not going to get stuck on the sides.
Right.
You push that
It's
right
incredibly
in.
simple what you've just done.
Yeah. So, with the back of a spoon, I'm really pressing it down, compacting it.
Hello everyone, can you see me? I'm here. See me in the spoon.
And then I usually also do it with my hand like that. There we go. And then that goes in the fridge while I make the rest. So next up, I've got 400 grams of cream cheese. Listen guys, it has to be full fat cheese. If you use light, it won't work. 300 grams of full fat mascarpone cheese. This is a cheesecake, guys. It's not a diet cake. So in it goes. To that, I am adding 220 grams of icing sugar. You can always add a little less if you prefer it less sweet. Yes, you are supposed to sieve it, but I can't be asked. So in it goes.
Why are you supposed to sieve it?
Because it gets lumps. To that, I am adding the zest of one washed, unwaxed lemon. Why unwaxed, Mark?
Because you don't want waxy flavour.
Exactly. When you are zesting, you just do it once. Don't go like this and get all that yellow pith. Don't take the pith. Because if you take the pith in, it will be bitter rather than zesty. Mark, tell them what that smells like now. Tell them. So gorgeous.
Sausages.
But doesn't that look pretty? Look, the lemon in with the... You could, if you want, if you don't like lemon, you could do vanilla. Vanilla lemon cheesecake. Does that sound nice? Creamy, no bake, lemon, vanilla zest, no. Vanilla, lemon zest, summer berry, no bake, creamily luxurious cheesecake.
Is that what it's going to be called?
I don't know, we'll have to work on that. So you will need an electric, not obviously, you don't have to have one of these, just a handheld electric whisk will do. I mean, of course you can do it by hand, but it will take you forever. Just one of those little electric whisks. I think they're only about, I think you can get them for
a
about
hand
20
whisk.
quid. Yeah, a hand whisk. I think you can get them for about 20 quid in Argos. There we go.
Everything locked and loaded.
Locked and loaded. And there's the cheesecake happening.
This is one of those moments that us non-cooks struggle with. How do we know when it's based on just sight that that's right?
Because I'm going to ask you to use your sight to look at when it looks right.
Wow! So when I use my sight, I'll just know it's right.
Exactly, that's why cooking from YouTube is better than cooking from a book. Just gonna zhuzh down the sides. That smells so good.
It does.
Doesn't
And
it?
I'm not even a fan of lemon.
But it won't, because there's lots of sugar in there, Mark. Oh my God. Give me the camera. Go on, just try that.
It's not any creamy vanilla.
All right, stop.
It's Marks and
Stop.
Spencer's.
That's naughty. And the mascarpone, it's got an Italian-y feel with the lemons. It's a lovely. You could, if you wanted, use ginger biscuits instead of digestive.
I love a ginger biscuit.
So that's done. It's basically smooth, thickened, and all the ingredients are incorporated. So now we're going to put it onto our biscuit base. So start on the outside. I knew you were going to say that.
Biscuit base.
So put it on the outside edge first, and then we're going to smooth it in. I don't know why, because I think otherwise, I'm trying to remember what used to go wrong when I used to do this. It would roll up. The biscuit base would roll up.
The buttery biscuit base.
I mean, look how joyful that is. Clouds of loveliness. Naughty, creamy, lemony, zesty, vanilla-y, if you like vanilla.
They're like pillows of joy.
Pillows of joy. Don't not have one of these, guys. But what you also wanted to do when you do this is make sure that you are pushing out any air bubbles. You don't want any bubbles. So you are giving it...
Sorry.
So you want to push it down so you haven't got any air bubbles in it. Yeah. Push that down. Smooth it off.
Can you not have it higgledy-piggledy?
You could do.
I prefer it higgledy-piggledy.
We're going to put summer fruits on. Let me see, there's a hole. Don't want that. Don't want an air hole. Air bubble, not air hole. Okay, what do we think? Looking good.
Smooth and gorgeous.
We're not going to put those on yet. That now goes into the fridge overnight.
Oh. So we have to wait.
Oh, but we have to wait because we're not baking it. It's got to set in the fridge.
Oh,
But here you go.
right. Thanks a lot.
So it's not overnight. I put it in this morning, so hopefully it's okay. Oh yeah, lovely.
I love this. It's
On
like
this.
an ungirdling.
It's an ungirdling of the
Oh,
cheesecake.
look, clever. Slide it down.
Da 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 da!
and
Because it's up there for thinking, down there for dancing. Oh no, we better not do that. It's supposed to be just doing recipes.
But can I just say, there you have the quintessential definition of a cheesecake. Just that crumbly.
Isn't that yum?
Oh yeah, let's get right in there, subs.
Look at that. Okay, so just gonna scatter some fruit, not be too fussy about it. Oh my God, a tumble of fruit.
Well, I see where you're going with your icing sugar. Oh. I love your face when you're in the zone.
Okay, so I've got this brilliant little gadget. I always shake it a little bit off somewhere first, just so that so you don't get suddenly a big whoosh.
Yes.
Okay, and then just tap. You just want the lightest of dustings.
Lovely.
Oh, they look frozen, don't they? Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, can we lose your mug? That one. Oh, I say. Say you, subs.